Hey YouTube, today we're going to check out this GE Appliance 10,000 BTU Smart Control Room Air Conditioner. This is to cool a medium room up to 450 square feet with turbo cool functionality. I don't even know what that is yet, but it sounds pretty cool. Just to be clear, this is the model number AWFS 10WWL. Let's see, features: number one window, AC brand in the US. Cool your room quickly and effectively with turbo cool functionality. Powered by Smart HQ automation, scheduling, voice control, reporting. Good Lord, this thing is fancy. Easy install with included window kit. 3 cooling modes. So again, this is for a medium room up to 450 square foot. So the window unit up in my music and gaming room has gone kaput. So we decided to go ahead and pick up a new unit. These are a lot more expensive than they were like 4 or 5 years ago when I bought the last one. So it's that old inflation kicking in, I guess. So let's get this thing loaded up on a hand truck and get it upstairs. And of course, the wheels to my hand truck are apparently flat. I got flat tires, so I'm gonna have to manhandle this thing up there. There we go. All right, we are upstairs in the music room, and as you can see, the old unit there is a TCL. Funny thing, I was going through some old video game stuff this last weekend, and I found the manual. So this is replacing the TCL model TAW05CM19. It's done pretty well for a good 5-6 years. It was always noisy, but did a pretty good job considering it is a small room, 5,000 BTU unit. Way too small for the music cave. I mean, this music cave is actually pretty big. So it's not really a cave, it's more of a attic. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and take out the old unit and get the new unit in. So let's go ahead and start by getting this old one out, which should be pretty short work. This thing hasn't been taken out for a while. I don't think I actually took it out last winter. This window can be stiff. See, I live in Florida, and it's really humid, and it rains a lot, so it builds up this crud on it. Probably didn't help contribute to the lifespan of the unit, but we got a nice, pristine, brand new unit here. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy out of here. Now, the thing is, this room does have AC vents. It's the end of the chain, so it gets the least amount of air pressure, so it doesn't cool the room. And since this is an upstairs attic room, it gets the full brunt of the Florida sun. You can see how much I'm sweating. It gets hot as a butt up here. So, all right, let's get this thing open. Got my combat pocket sword and safely cut away from the body, as a Green Beret always would scream at me about. Very sharp. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see here. We got the... You see this? I want this to be a proper unboxing video so you see how it comes. Again, I don't have a lot of room in here. I'll take off this electronic snare drum here. Let's get that out of my way. Cord, the side plates, the bottom insulation. It's nice and hot from sitting outside the back. There, that's much easier. I think that was by design. Voila! All right, I'm gonna take a break to go get a drink of water. We're back. Here we're gonna check out the owner's manual here. Safety information, operating instructions, yada, 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 care and cleaning, installation instructions. I mean, generally, you know, I've done this probably 5 or 10 times in my life. And so usually this is pretty easy. Not a lot of tools required. Let's see. Got the adhesive strip. So remote, fancy. Old one definitely did not have one of those. Batteries, assumedly for said remote. And here are the 2 side shields. So, you know, the thing with these window units is sometimes it's hard to get a total seal. It's really buggy down here in Florida. So I know I'll be sitting here in the man cave sometimes and I'll all of a sudden start hearing something plucking the guitar strings. And the first time that happened to me, being that I'm alone here, that kind of freaked me out. And I come to realize it was actually a small frog had made its way through the vent, through the window unit, and had jumped on the guitar strings over there. So I thought this place was haunted there for a minute. All right. So, let's see these side deals here. Let's see. Now I'm going to clear some of this stuff out of the way so it's a little bit. Here you can see all the components that came with the unit. They're listed out here on page 9. Air conditioner, top rail, which did come installed, left accordion panel, right accordion panel, windowsill and sash seal, foam top window gasket. So then there's some mounting bracketry and hardware. So we have that here. Here's the window and sill and sash seal and foam top window gasket. Now these guys, these accordion panels, they have this accordion that comes out, and this slit here slides down inside this rail right here. It's pretty simple, except for if you're trying to film it one-handed. But you can see here how they go in. This one's already been installed. And then voila. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to set this up in there and kind of somewhat put it into place. We're not going to put all the screws and everything in today because I want to see how it performs before I go to all the hardware installation hassle of actually using a screwdriver and all that. So let's just see how this goes real quick. The panels are marked left and right to prevent confusion. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm removing a little bit of the adhesive just to get it to set in place. I'm not removing all the adhesive yet, because again, I want to see how this thing performs. So we'll go ahead and put the top gasket in, which I don't recall the last window unit coming with a top gasket. I'm sure it probably did. And need be. That's about as long as that's going to need to be either way. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. All right, let's see what it do. Let's hope I don't drop it out the window like I almost did the first time with the last unit.
Does have a slot on the bottom. To the side, how many panels to go into? Looks like a natural in that one. little neighbors.
All right. It's pretty much in, and I am completely soaked in sweat. All right, should we fire this puppy up? Oh, that freaked me out. Oh, it's just my rototom, it's fine. That's blowing cool air. Let's see what this does. You're cutting away from me, saws. Wow, that's cool. You see that? Wow, I can turn it on and off. Window AC unit with a remote. How about that? Apparently it's got eco, sleep, turbo, timer. Let's see what happens when I press the turbo button. No audible difference. Mode. Okay, we'll put it back on eco. All right, just going through the modes, we have cool mode. You see that cool? Fan, eco, dry. So apparently it has a setting to just dry the air out, which I find pretty interesting. Put it back on cool. Start turning it down. Fan speed. High, auto, low. Alright guys, this is just an unboxing and initial impressions video, so I'm still learning about this unit. I thought it wasn't working there for a minute because I couldn't hear the compressor, but now I feel the air is almost ice cold coming out of there, and that's the compressor running. So this is going to work out really great for me for recording music or doing live streams, being that before if I did a live stream or recorded music, I absolutely had to turn this thing off. I probably still turn it off for recording, but when I'm doing live streams up on here for YouTube, I'll be able to have this thing on now as opposed to having this noise in the background like we used to. Don't ask me to do that noise again. But after about, I'd say 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, the display turns off, presumably to save power and to reduce light pollution. But the initial impressions of the GE 10,000 air conditioner unit for a medium-sized room, again, go back to the beginning of the video if you need to know the specific model number, is very good. This is like a total upgrade from the last one. Now again, the last one was meant for a small room, so it always kind of struggled. This is appropriately sized to the square footage, so as long as this thing keeps running as is, this is gonna be awesome. So we'll come back and do a follow-up after I've installed some hardware and made it a little bit safer and secure. That's gonna be it for now for my unboxing and initial impressions video. So